Greetings, football lovers. Welcome to another episode of Ball Chat. I'm your host, Benton, back in the building. How is the family doing, along with the family? Kevin, how are you doing, sir?
Well, I'm well. Well, nice to see you back.
Well, it's happy to be back after, on assignment responsibility. Biggs.
Yes, sir, I'm here, sir.
How are you doing?
I'm here.
Welcome. And come on. You show up today. How are you doing? Come on.
I'm okay.
Okay, let's take a minute and say a prayer for the wonderful Chelsea and come on.
No thanks.
Moment of silence.
Moment of silence. But football lovers, welcome to another episode of Ball Chat. We're going to review the week's proceeding in football, the week happening. And we're going to kick the show off, as always, with our ballers and bugs. Ballers being the most impressive players of the week and bugs being the garbage or the unimpressive players of the week. And then we segue to football in Europe, football in the Americas after that. We're going to hit major points in those different parts of the world and then wrap up with our power ranking. So to kick it off, come on. Chelsea lost today. But I'm sure you have a ball of the week. Go ahead. You're a ball of the week. Come on.
My ball of the week is Raheem Sterling. So now Raheem has 21 goals in 44 games. Today he had 2 goals, and even though he missed an easy chance early on, he actually redeemed himself. So for me, Raheem is my baller of the week.
So Raheem Sterling scored 2 goals, missed a sitter, but 2 goals, 2 pivotal goals in Manchester City victory over Crystal Palace. When you know about pressure, Premier League title chase hot. Man City took the lead for a minute or a few minutes and then Liverpool rebounded, but we'll get to that. Kevin, your ball of the week.
My ball of the week is Mo Salah.
Mohamed
Salah scored a very impressive goal today.
Yeah.
There were lots of talk about what happened to Mo Salah, why he can't seem to score.
Yeah.
All is said and done, Mohamed Salah is still leading on the EPL goal scoring.
Yes. Atop of the EPL goal scoring chart with 19 goals, sitting on top, tied with Sergio Aguero of Manchester City. But Mohamed Salah scored a wonder strike today. And we'll get to that in our EPL review. We might even start singing Mo Salah. Biggs, who is your ball of the week, boss?
I have one ball of the week and I have an honorary mention. Darlington Nagbe is my ball of the week.
Darlington Nagbe of Atlanta United.
The man played as a true link man.
Yes.
A true. When you say you're a link baller, that's what Darlington Nagbe was. So big up Darlington Nagbe.
Yes.
An honorary mention, Mr. Tiger Woods himself.
Baller.
He's a baller. So big up Tiger Woods as well.
So Darlington Nagbe is the Big's ball of the week. Darlington Nagbe was critical in Atlanta United's first victory of the year. Atlanta United defeated New England Revolutions 2-0. And Tiger Woods, welcome back to the to winning a championship.
Yes, sir.
But my ball of the week is Mohamed Salah. And just that goal that he scored to seal up this victory today against Liverpool, against Chelsea. Call it the whole heap of different teams against Chelsea was absolutely fantastic. His run, his dropping back deep and pulling the strings. I mean, he had that back four of Chelsea nervous.
Yeah.
So the segue from our ballers of the week, bugs of the week. Kevin, who you have as your bug of the week?
My bug of the week is Manchester United.
Why? I'm very curious why Manchester United would be bug of the week. They beat West Ham 2-1 and they lost to a very unimpressive Barcelona 1-0 at home in the Champions League. But why do they get a bug of the week?
Because Manchester United is back to playing Marina ball.
Okay, boring football.
Try to lock shop after, Manchester United at their house against Barca. In parts of it, the Barca and they look like they didn't want to go for a goal.
I'm scared.
And then after the loss, they're gonna come out and talk about we have Barca's secret.
Yes. Well, we'll get to that in the Champions League preview. So, Manchester United, the Empire, is Kevin's bug of the week. Why? It's harsh. Biggs. I'll save Cameron's bug of the week for last because I'm sure she have a lot on her plate. But Biggs, your bug of the week, boss.
Mauricio Sarri.
Mauricio Sarri. You have a belt for him.
I have a belt for him.
Beat him.
And I go and beat him. Well, I'll beat him in the review. But his coaching decisions, I mean, he made football look so difficult today in terms of strategy. No, we are all coaches, so we'll take that as a grain of salt. But the reality is that change he made for Higuain should have been made at halftime.
Made early.
And we mentioned that in the chat earlier. And within 10 minutes, we saw what the difference was. So, Mauricio Sarri, come on.
So, Mauricio Sarri, head coach of Chelsea. But bear in mind, though, Biggs, he cannot smoke his cigarette. So, he cannot, we have to give him a pass on some of his decision making on the sideline.
So, let's give the referee bug of the week for giving him too much extra time in that first half.
Also, the other portion about that is because he had a defender hurt early. So, you can't really start fire out everything out of the gun.
With Rudiger being hurt.
Yeah. Man, come on.
Come on. Your bug of the week.
Chelsea.
And?
Just Chelsea. Just the entire Chelsea organization. I am tired of the foolishness. But to be fair, I thought we were going to get 6. I mean, like 6-0, I thought we were going to get. So 2-0 is bad, but it is expected.
Okay. So Chelsea.
So Chelsea is my bug of the week.
Chelsea is your bug of the week. And they got bug of the week for not getting 6. They got 2-0.
Why we just harsh on them today?
We're harsh on Chelsea.
Yeah, we are harsh.
But my bug of the week is to be more specific than just Chelsea organization, Eden Hazard. There were a lot of players who had candidate for the bug of the week, but Eden Hazard, I mean, come on. You wanted to make that leap into the next level of big ballers, the Messis, the CR7s of the world. You had two huge chances in the game today. Score those chances and change the trajectory of the game. You're supposed to be a big baller, and you're getting the highest pay on the Chelsea payroll. And we'll get a bag of money coming up in the off-season from Real Madrid.
Strikers matter, right?
Well, even you could score those goals, Kevin. It's not even a striker thing. All right, to segue from our ballers and bugs to get down to football in Europe and discuss. Let's do the EPL review real quickly and get into the Chelsea versus Liverpool game. Chelsea lost the game 2-0. But what's your major takeaway from that game? Liverpool now leads the EPL. Is this pressure which of these teams, in terms of Man City and Liverpool, is going to fall under this pressure?
I don't think there's any pressure. I just think Man City have a harder schedule. But Man City also have 2 points that they can play with.
Okay.
They have a better goal difference, and they're maintaining a 2-point lead when all games being said and played.
When they're all played.
Right, so they can draw with Tottenham, draw with Manchester United, and win all the rest of their games and still win the Premier League.
So City has 6 games left, right?
I think so, yeah.
And Liverpool has...
Both of them have 6 left.
No, City has one game. One game.
City has a game. Because remember now, Liverpool is sitting on top of by 2 points.
Right.
So I am not sure if City can really draw...
No, they can draw 2 games and win the rest. They have
Really?
they have 2 points to play with.
No, they can't draw 2 games. They can draw 1. They can draw 1. They can't draw 2.
They can't draw.
But they have a game in hand. So where's the bent on them up? They're Liverpool 2 points ahead.
Yes, Liverpool is currently 82, City 81 points.
83, 81.
And then Liverpool has 5 games and City have 6 games. So Liverpool have a maximum of 15 points. City has a maximum of 18 points to get. So, but your takeaway from the game today, Kevin, I mean, was it a formality? City, did well in the Crystal Palace game and put some pressure on Liverpool, but was it a formality for Liverpool?
Yeah, the Liverpool game was a formality.
Yeah.
I mean, as Kamon said, I expected 6. And I told her as much, so later on we're going to warm up the Never Walk Alone music and we'll hear her sing. but it was a formality. Listen, it went according to plan, except that if it were Liverpool of early last season, we would have gotten the 6 goals. Yeah. Liverpool now doesn't score as often. Yeah. But also Liverpool don't allow goals, but they allowed a lot of chances today.
Yeah.
But we also know nobody on Chelsea can't score.
Because we don't have a striker. You should know. You see how bad it is when we would rather would rather play the number 10 than actually play a striker. And I'm like, the striker is supposed to score goals. So you have Hazard on the pitch doing all the work. It's just a complete mess. And I expect Sarri to lose his job. If Sarri don't lose his job this season and I go over the next season, I am going to learn the Liverpool never walk alone song. It's just crazy now.
So, all right. So come on. To kind of piggyback a little bit on what you said. I mean, Chelsea did well for the first half. They stuck to the strategy. They restrict Liverpool's space, and they didn't concede, right? So Junior said that he should have made the Higuain change earlier on, at least at halftime.
And gave up what?
No. That game was won in 10 minutes.
In those 10 minutes?
It was only 10 minutes. And if I know you're a Liverpool fan, I know Camon is a Chelsea fan who hates Sarri right now. But me as a neutral, with nothing, I could not tell the difference between Chelsea and Liverpool. I couldn't tell which team was fighting for the championship and which team was fighting for top 4 in the first 45 minutes.
Yeah, because
they were that close.
Yeah.
And Liverpool's midfield is their Achilles heel. And if they don't win anything this year, it would be because of that midfield.
Okay.
Liverpool is bypassing the midfield. Kante looked like a general today. There's a reason why. He was given free space to run. Simple. Put in Higuain because Virgil van Dijk was on his back foot, looking at Hazard come at him. Put on Higuain, give a different change of pace. Let Hazard play right behind him.
No, that wasn't it. That was it. If you notice the passes that came through, whether it wasn't Virgil van Dijk being on the back foot. All the passes came down on Arnold's side. Mm-hmm. It was all Arnold all day being missing early on, and it wasn't say the midfield. The midfield was putting passes together. They were putting passes together. It was coming in straight through. I mean, Salah got a depth of passes. Albeit they were wide, but he got a number of through passes that he went over on the wide side of it. Right? Robertson had a couple squares over that came from the middle of the pitch. So the midfield was doing their work. I've been beating the midfield all season long. They were doing their work. Second half, it exposed the fact that even though the midfield in Namdeketa, no wonder why he was the first to come off. He makes the ball spin going offensively. Sometimes he holds it up a little bit, but defensively he puts no pressure on the ball. But predominantly most of the thing came on Arnold's side. When Hazard was roaming, when Hazard was free, it was going down Arnold's side of the pitch. It wasn't on Van Dijk's side of the ball.
All right, so come on, I just want to hear your final thoughts on this, wrapping up this game assessment. Is Liverpool's drive to win this title their biggest attribute now? And that question to the group, is their drive, Liverpool's desire to win this trophy, their biggest attribute? And then secondly, how do you see it finishing? Do you see a City or Liverpool winning it?
For me, I think Liverpool is one of the best teams in Europe when they're on their game, when they're playing complete football. I think wanting to win the cup is an extra bonus, but they've been playing good football. So I don't see them changing it because a trophy is there, but they're just playing good football, which is good for me. And I don't see them winning though. City is going to take it. City is just complete. I mean, Liverpool is better in terms of, the games and how they've been playing, but City is like a machine.
Okay.
So I see City taking it over Liverpool.
And your two assessment. Do you think Liverpool's biggest attribute going in is their desire, this heart, this fight to win this thing? And secondly, who you think of the two will win it?
I think Liverpool should win. I think Liverpool should win.
Okay.
I don't think it's a desire to win for Liverpool the trophy. As much as it's a desire to win each game.
It's each game. Okay. Your thoughts, Vic?
I think City going to win it.
You think?
But
City
I think Liverpool should win, but I think City going finally.
Because fundamentally, if City wins their game, they win the trophy, right?
Exactly.
And just to get a quick thoughts on City's game against Crystal Palace. Just quick points on it. Did you guys expect a little bit tougher task? And City defeated them in the City
Crystal
lost
Palace.
the first matchup in this tie with Crystal Palace.
Yeah, I honestly thought that Crystal Palace would have showed me more. They just played in their half of football, in their half of the pitch. In fact, they played so deep in their half of the pitch that Company, who was not very mobile, is at the top of their circle all the time. Yeah. That's how deep they play. So they didn't show me anything. I think going in, they were not expressive enough. They did not. They lacked ambition going in. Yeah. I think in Crystal Palace sometimes the Magpies fall into this category too. As one of these teams that late in the season, as long as they're not in relegation zone, you don't get much from them.
You don't get much from them. You don't get much. Come on, your thoughts on the City Crystal Palace game and Mendy. You brought up early on in the chat about Mendy and company on the field and the fact that now they're playing. Is it a sense that Pep Guardiola needs leadership on the field with a company now at this stage? And with Mendy, he's often complained that he needs a wing-back who can stretch the field. Come on, I want to hear your thoughts on that in terms of having Mendy and company on the field in today's Crystal Palace matchup. And going down the stretch, do you see them as attributes or helping them try to win the cycle?
I mean, yeah and no. I mean, because even when company is not on the field, City go out there and do their best. When it comes to leadership, it's nice to have leadership, but I think everybody on the field knows what their role is, what they need to do to continue winning games and ultimately winning the championship. So having company, I mean, it's okay, but I don't think it's essential. And when you come to Crystal Palace, it's like you don't know what you will get. It's just like with my team, not call my team name again ever, but it's like you don't know what you will get with Crystal Palace. I expected a bigger fight. I expected Zaha to actually, show his quality because he's a good player. But as I said, the City machine will ultimately roll on.
Okay. And you mentioned this earlier, Kevin. Kevin De Bruyne looks like he's around it seems like they got an extra player back.
He is back. That breakout stride that he made in the late stages of the game to kill some time. He stretched like he was a 400 meter on the back stretch, run on the back stretch. He stretched his legs and he realized that he was back. Yeah. The leadership issue for City, it's quite a concern for me as a fan watching. I'm not a City fan, but especially on the defensive side of the field. Yeah. On the defensive side of the field, the defenders oftentimes lose focus. Mm-hmm. They oftentimes run forward and go for glory, and there's no one to normally with the gravitas to keep them at home. Yeah. And especially with Fernandinho out, I think that was what Pep did and say, you know what, I'm going to put company there. Yeah. He has the gravitas to tell him to stay home and do your job instead of everybody bombing forward to look for glory, and then when Zaha come down, then you have to come back and kick him down and cause a penalty because you don't want to stay home. They are looking for glory.
Yeah, everybody. Final thoughts on that Crystal Palace City game, thanks.
You guys just hate Manchester City. I'm just going flat out.
And so give us your love of Manchester City points.
Yo, they have the ball for 80% of the game.
Yes.
You are the attacker defending for 80% of the game. You're not going to be a threat going forward.
This is true.
So the defenders can go forward as much as they want. That's the style.
In the last game they played, they had possession for 77% of the game, right?
Yeah.
They still lost, right?
No, but we talk about that.
But their big part of their success is built on ball possession.
No, but that is how they lost. Yeah. That is the way they lost the last time. They had, as Junior said, just like 77% is just 3% less. They had it for 70% of the game the last time, and they lost because guess what? The defender went for glory, could not come back in time, and had to kick down Zaha.
No, that was in the first matchup between Crystal Palace and Man City. Yes.
Yeah, I think you're thinking about the Tottenham game.
I thought you were thinking about the Tottenham game.
We'll talk about that later on.
All right. So quickly, just to kind of get your thoughts on EPL matchup, since we just did the EPL review segment. Spurs goes to Man City in the EPL, and we'll get to the Champions League matchup in a little bit. Is this where Man City lose 3 points in the EPL? Come on.
Versus Spurs?
Yes.
Is it a serious question?
Yes, come on. So very serious. Spurs defeated Man City in the Champions League 1-0. I mean, the Spurs have... Oh, come on. Spurs is pushing for top 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Well,
so your assessment, your prediction.
Junior guy out. Junior guy Kane out. So, I mean, I don't know how that's going to work for them. What's the other one? Dele Alli.
Dele Alli is out and Kane is out.
But listen, you know, I've always said that I don't rate Harry Kane. Yeah, him score, blah, blah, blah. I think Son is a baller for me. But Tottenham is not a complete team because there's nobody to really replace Dele Alli and there's nobody really to replace Harry Kane. So Son basically have to do the work like Hazard have to do the work. So I don't see Spurs beating Man City in the Premier League.
All right. And so that matchup is 7:30 a.m. next Saturday. And this is going to be on the heels of the Champions League matchup, which we'll get to in a little bit. Your thoughts on this, Kevin and Biggs? I know, Junior, I think I get to your point already. You laugh. But come on, you said the ball is wrong. I guess it's not wrong when it comes to Spurs. Kevin, your thoughts on this?
They have a chance.
Yeah.
I absolutely think they have a chance. I have seen these 2 trophies particularly of making some of the City players get a little bit tight. Losing to Spurs, albeit in a different league, albeit in a different pitch, but within such a short time, I think may cause players to question themselves.
Influence the decision.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, you see the coach outthinking himself by making series of adjustments earlier in the Champions League, and what the result of it, he lost.
Yeah, and he's not happy with these adjustments.
Right. So it's like, here's the thing, you're causing now the team members to question the coach's movement as well as themselves.
Yeah.
No, if you didn't make the adjustments and lose, you can say, okay, I have a world-class coach. He's gonna make the necessary adjustments and we'll be okay. Yeah. But if he makes the adjustment and you lose,
then that's gonna be.
You're like, damn, are they that better than us, or did the coach blunder?
Yeah. So do you think Spurs are gonna go into City?
I think they have a chance. Yeah, I think they have a chance, and I think they have a chance. And if Liverpool have a hope of us winning the title race, it's gonna have to come from the Spurs.
From
game.
that Spurs game.
Yeah.
It's not.
So Kevin, yes or no? Or them have a chance? What kind of Benson? What kind of answer that to get?
Yeah, have a chance. Which one or the other? Does Spurs or City win this game, Kevin?
I'm going for Spurs.
Spurs win.
Yes.
Spurs win. Okay.
You just want to go the opposite of him, but it's okay.
Biggs.
He's not going opposite. He wants Liverpool to win the championship and he's looking for the best way. So that's understandable. I have 3 quick points.
Yes.
The best chance Tottenham have of winning the next Premier League game is if they get the brakes beaten off of them in the Champions League.
In the Champions League.
That's the only way Tottenham is going to get up for that next week.
Which is possible.
Right. Because we know they're going to get pressed. Okay. Right? The second point is, when you go into a pen, it is easy to slap a bull on his butt the first time. You cannot slap it a second time. They slapped the bull on his butt last week. Pep is not going to allow that to happen again.
Okay.
So forget about that.
So that's the second point.
The third point is, the best chance Liverpool have of winning the championship is Man City traveling to Old Trafford.
All right, you know what?
All right. No, trust me, because Tottenham is going to be run off the field twice within the space of 5 days.
All right, 7:30 a.m. next Saturday. City hosts Spurs. Cardiff hosts Liverpool. That should be a foregone conclusion.
Foregone.
Right?
Foregone.
Cardiff is battling, trying to stay in the Premier League. They host Liverpool. Do they have any shot in this game?
Of course they have a shot. Cardiff is a hard-nosed, hard-working team.
They're fighting for survival.
It was fighting for survival.
Yeah.
So they are, as I said before, one of the most dangerous teams in the EPL is a team that is 17th in the relegation zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If Liverpool score early, forget about it.
And with that, your prediction.
Liverpool.
Come on, your thoughts on this Cardiff versus Liverpool game. Cardiff is trying to stay in the league.
This is the 6-0 game that we expected today. So that's just it. Liverpool with 3 points.
Yeah, and another big matchup in the EPL coming on in the race for top 4. Quickly, Everton hosts United. I mean, Everton hosts United. Your thoughts on this game, Biggs?
I'm worried. It depends on what happened Tuesday.
You saw Everton play this week?
It depends on what happened. I don't care about Everton. It depends on what happened Tuesday.
Yes, Everton laid an egg this week.
I don't care about Everton. It depends on what happened at the Burn about Tuesday.
Okay, all right.
That's the only thing.
What do you mean what happens? We don't know what's going to happen.
Camp Nou.
We don't know what's going to happen?
We'll get to the Camp Nou game in a little bit. So officially, his result and his prediction is dependent on. So we should check it Wednesday for our prediction.
Check me Wednesday.
We'll check the Manchester United fan Wednesday.
Yeah.
Everton versus United.
No, we don't postpone. We don't postpone. We just a while ago, a man asked me why am I on the side. I have to put one way or the other. Oh, we postpone things.
Everton.
All right. So Man U is going to be helped by VAR on Tuesday, and we are going to ride that high and beat Everton on a weekend.
So you're going to beat Everton. Yes. All right. We'll get to the Champions League.
Don't miss the first point though.
We'll get to the Champions League setup in a little bit on VAR. Kevin, your thoughts on the United versus Everton game?
Everton can beat you.
Everton.
Oh my God.
And if United loses this game, come on. I mean, pretty much their top 4 pursuit is pretty much going to get really kicked in the belly. Your thoughts on this?
And I'm praying for that, but Man U will beat Everton.
Okay.
I'm going to pray hard that it doesn't work like that, so Chelsea can squeeze in, into the top 4 slot. But Man United, if they play good football, they'll beat Everton.
Yeah.
If they come in with the Moreno, sloppy park the bus, park boys jogging in the middle of the park, Lukaku is going to miss everything, Ashley Young is going to foul everybody that he sees, then I see Everton winning.
Oh, let me edit my prediction.
Yes.
I forgot to Chelsea. I'll try and look at a 4th place. Man, you go with.
So because of that,
not because it means it's going to be true.
It's all right.
So Kevin, you're changing your prediction because of the disdain for Chelsea.
Man, you going.
All right.
That's why I want City to win.
So football lovers, we will watch for the top four pursuit in the EPL. Champion football is back again this week. Champions League, second leg matchup. Big football games coming down the pipe. Ajax versus Juventus on Tuesday.
I don't know why that's a big game.
Barca versus the Empire, Manchester United, also on Tuesday at 3 p.m. Shaw is suspended. I guess he cannot shut down Messi as predicted by some people here. Going into this tie, your prediction, come on, and your thoughts. Key players, who are the critical players coming going into this matchup for you? Come on. Both one critical players for Barca and the critical players for Manchester United.
Let me see. Is Lingard still injured? I'm good.
No, he's good.
Martial, I think if Martial plays, it's going to be competitive. I mean, he runs hard, him tackle hard, him IQ kind of goodish sometimes. So I think if Martial is on the pitch, Man U will be a better team than what we saw the other day.
Okay.
And for us, for Barcelona, if we get Dembele back on the pitch, then for the entire 90, then we should be okay. We should be fine. Because Dembele is a better player now than Coutinho. Coutinho tends to disappear now and then in the game. But when Dembele is playing, then he is a scorer and he's also a provider. And his speed, I mean, he can match up with the best of them on Man U. Whoever Man U have who is slightly faster than Pogba, then I think Barcelona will take the edge.
So, come on, key people or key personnel are Marshall for Manchester United and Dembele for Barca. Biggs.
Pogba.
It's all about Pogba for Manchester United.
It's Pogba. You have to lead it. You have to lead the side.
Yeah.
And that's the key player for both teams.
For both games. And so how Pogba goes, the style goes.
Right.
What a foolishness. Kevin, your assessment, please bring some sense to this discussion.
My assessment to this game is that Fred, the way Fred plays,
yes, in that first matchup,
will determine where everybody's raving about Manu, but for the last 2 weeks, Pogba not playing nothing. Fred is the steering ship in the middle of the field the last 2 weeks. Yes, Pogba has been making up some rounds and he tackles some and kicks some, and people still fandangles, but the workmanship day in, day out in the middle of the pitch, it's Fred. For the past 3 weeks, and Marshall don't tackle. I don't know, what I'm saying, but having said that,
for Barca, the key player that you think for Barca?
For Barcelona?
Yeah.
It don't matter.
Yeah.
It's a formality.
It's a formality.
The key player for Barcelona is the crowd.
It's key player for the.
Yeah.
So, official prediction.
Barca 4.
Barca 4. Kevin, Barca 4. Biggs.
Manu 3-1.
And come on. Official prediction.
Look here, June, can say whatever I want to say. It's 2-0 Barcelona.
And ball chat followers and football lovers, we're having a discussion about key players and key personnel in matchup between Barca and Manchester United, and there's no mention of the GOAT, the general. This game goes as how Lionel Messi goes.
Who?
Lionel Messi.
Was he effective the last game? Be honest.
He was the one who actually chipped the ball over that Suarez score, right?
It was an
yes,
own goal.
Just stop it. It don't even look good anymore. Just relax.
So
we never mention Messi because we expect great things from Messi.
And that's what will happen. Juventus versus Ajax. It's all about CR7. How CR7 goes, this Juventus team goes, or does Ajax goes into Turin and pull off this upset?
Yo, I hope Ajax pull off the upset. I don't want nothing on the Italian side for win, nothing.
And of course,
I don't want Kevin him coming with feelings hard, you know. Listen, I want Ajax to win. Because to me, I think they're a better team. Yes, CR7 is the man and the big man, but Ajax, they've been playing good, entertaining football. Plus, they're a young group of guys who I think have a great future in front of them. So I really want Ajax to pull out this win so people can really understand and love them, the ball game of them play.
Yeah, this is really very beautiful Dutch football. So in Wednesday's matchup, Porto hosts Liverpool. Liverpool leads the tie 2-0. Last year they defeated Porto, 5-0 on aggregate. Is this a formality for Liverpool going into Porto? Porto they had a couple chances in the first game but couldn't score. Kevin, Biggs, you're shaking your head. You don't see a formality here?
Nope. The first goal will be key on what time that first goal is scored.
Okay.
It's just that simple.
Kevin, do you see any trouble here for Liverpool going into Port?
Yeah, I mean, this is Champions League, and this is a team that's at its home.
Yeah.
I mean, this is what they're playing for. I mean, Porto pretty much wrapped up their league already. I mean, this is what they're playing for. So, English Premier League side have the bright lights on them all the time. These teams, this is what they come out for, and their fan base come out for. But the lights will be too bright for them.
Yeah. Key personnel for this matchup. Come on, who are the at least for Liverpool perspective, who do you think decides or determines Liverpool going through in the next round here in this matchup against Porto?
Mane.
Sadio Mane.
Yes. If Mane is clicking, Mane is clicking. For Porto, if Pepe is clicking, then Mane won't get a chance. But I just see this has been wrapped up already.
Again with the Pepe business. Again with the Pepe business. Come on.
Yes, Pepe didn't click in the first leg, right?
No, he clicked. He clicked his heels.
He absolutely did not click.
All right, key personnel for you guys in this matchup on Wednesday.
The key personnel for me will be Navigator.
Wait, the weak African?
Yes.
Will he even play?
Yes, that's the thing.
I think he'll play in the first half. No, I think he'll play in the first half. I think that is what one of the things that Klopp is kind of engineering these days. The weak African, him can put some passes together, but the weak African has the stamina for hold out and people bowl him over real easy. So him can anchor you, but him can give you a early shot to be on the front leg.
Okay.
Yo, that Dave is going to stick in a weak African.
Weak African. So key personnel for Liverpool, for Porto.
Key personnel is gonna be Pepe.
That's Pepe, you know.
Right? If Pepe don't kick down nobody, them only get 3.
Your thoughts, Biggs?
Yo, real quick, the key personnel for Porto is going to be the fans.
Yes.
They have to get these guys, as soon as they come off the plane or the bus or wherever, when they go to the hotel, turn on the fire alarm.
Yes.
Send some pork, go get Salah or something. No, real talk. You have to get them uncomfortable.
Yeah. Listen, the last people who get Salah uncomfortable talk about him a terrorist. What happened to them?
Chelsea.
Don't try it. Do not try it.
2-0.
Do not try it. That is great.
Yeah.
So officially, what's the score that you envision in this matchup on Wednesday between Porto and Liverpool?
It's a draw for me.
It's a draw?
Yeah.
0-0 or?
No, I'm going to make multiple goals.
Multiple goals, yeah. Kevin?
Liverpool 3-1.
Liverpool 3-1. And come on.
1-0 Pool.
1-0 Pool. So Pool will go through. The final Champions League matchup, our champion football matchup on Wednesday is Manchester City hosts Spurs. Spurs leads 1-0 going into the Etihad. Pep Guardiola is ready for this. Ilkay Gundogan said after the Spurs matchup, he says he thinks his team is a bit nervous when it comes to these big Champions League match. Pep Guardiola on Friday at the press conference, the EPL presser said, when asked about this, he says he disagreed. He thought things worked perfectly according to plan, and he doesn't think his boys are nervous.
Perfectly that you end up 1-0 now.
Is City nervous in these big matches per Ilkay Gundogan assessment in the big Champions League match?
I'm not in the locker room, so I don't know. But let me ask this question to the group.
Yeah.
Who do you think is more nervous in the second leg? Tottenham with a 1-0 advantage, or City knowing that they're at home? I just need to score goals to win.
I think City is more nervous. Okay. And I've been saying that for the past 3 weeks. I've been seeing the look on their faces. Ever since that Chelsea game, when they play for the League Cup, I've been seeing it on their faces. They are scared when it comes at the later the match.
They're definitely concerned. I mean, they're running in. There's a lot riding in on these games now. This is big money football games. Yeah. Come on. Do you agree with the assessment by Ilkay Gundogan that they're nervous? And are you seeing any of that on the field?
No, I don't agree. I mean, why should they be nervous? Know that they're behind. Yes, they probably, are saying that we have to do extra to advance, but I don't see why they're nervous. They're champions. I mean, them win trophies already, so why should they be nervous? I don't think they are.
Corner League trophy don't count. Come on. Key personnel in this match. I can't tell that to Kevin. Key personnel in this matchup, come on. Who are the deciding factor for you in this matchup with Spurs versus City?
Son for me for Spurs, and Raheem for me for City.
Right, and for you, Biggs?
Sissoko for Spurs. Sissoko for
Musa
Spurs.
Sissoko.
He's going to be extremely key.
And he did very well in the first leg matchup playing in the midfield. What about you? And for City?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. The City is going to be City.
City is going to be City. Kevin?
For me, it's Kong Aguero for City. Yes. He is their talisman. He's their striker. I know Raheem Sterling scored 2 goals today, but if that is what they're relying on, that's going to be a problem.
Raheem Sterling has 17 goals in the EPL. I mean, he said that is what they're relying on. I mean, he's not bad.
Kong Aguero is going to be the one that's going to have to carry them over the thing.
No, and I good that you brought up Con Aguero because one of the big name footballers in this thing. Very successful. His conversion rate is exceptionally high. He missed the penalty in the first leg of the matchup. Mm-hmm. Today in the game against Crystal Palace,
nowhere.
It was absent. Kevin De Bruyne, sent a true pass to him, and he looked like a little nutty. And then Kevin De Bruyne started cussing it. Is Kun Aguero present for this run-in?
Kun Aguero is taking plays and games off, but because Jesus can't save them have to rely upon somebody else.
But Jesus saved them today, though.
Jesus not saved them. They were already across the water.
Kun Aguero should do more. Is that your assessment?
He takes games off. He takes games off. What did he do today?
Yeah.
He takes games off. Uh-huh. Raheem Sterling got a clear set and miss it. But there are a couple of times when he beat the puck and Conguero's nowhere to cross the ball. Even the short shot where he scored. And him alone after I pick up the ball from almost middle of the field. Where is the striker for me later off to? He's nowhere near there. So he kick it himself.
So, but there's an elephant in the room here that Kun is suffering from a slight hamstring injury. And I think they walked into the tunnel after they took him off because they wanted to get that injury treated as quickly as possible.
And why are you playing so long?
They desperately needed this Crystal Palace victory. Come on, you think Kun Aguero is off the boil here in this run-in?
No, this is just him. He shows up when he shows up, and then he just disappears when he disappears. So it's nothing new.
Official predictions then. Biggs, how many will your neighbors score on Spurs according to you?
They're scoring at least 3 in the first half.
Scoring at 3. So
how much for the game, I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
Depends on if they want call off the dogs.
Kevin.
I think this game ends 2-1 City.
Ends 2-1 City, so then Spurs will going on the away goal. Wow, what about 300-400 million spent? City cannot get knocked out in the Champions League at this stage. Big coach, big money investment. Come on, your prediction.
2-0 City.
All right, so that's the official lineup. Wednesday, 3 p.m. Games will be on TNT Network. Huge matchup, football lovers. Champion football. Follow us on social media and all our platforms. We'll keep live updates on these matchups. Quick comment on the Europa League. Just a quick thoughts. Europa League is in the second leg. Chelsea seems to be inclined to win something. They won their first leg 1-0. Any major takeaways from that?
No, wake me up when it's a final.
The wake you when the final. Come on, any major takeaway from the Europa League?
I was disappointed, with Chelsea's plays. Like, we can't give Hazard one night off. I'm like, we had to draw for Hazard in order to win this game. It's just ridiculous because we weren't playing good football.
Why do you need to give him a night off? He needs to play every minute. He's gonna be leaving in the summer. Get all the money you can out of him now before he leaves.
How can you realistically play someone every game, every minute?
Yeah, that's why I'm now come back.
What is the purpose of having other bench players? It makes it, listen, for a team, that team, Slava, Prava, whatever their name is, I'm like, who are they? We shouldn't even worry. We should send out the third string academy players and even put in the kit man in there.
All right, so that's it.
We shouldn't have Hazard out there running up and down trying to win this game.
That's all Chelsea. So Arsenal defeated Napoli.
Give Arsenal the
give Arsenal props.
Arsenal was the most impressive.
Arsenal was very impressive. And Benfica was also impressive. They won 3-0 and they look very impressive. So segue from football in Europe and go to football in the Americas quickly. MLS, big takeaway from this weekend. Atlanta United finally won a game in the MLS. Portland Timbers lost their 4th in a row. Things are looking, and LAFC continue to ride in a 4-game or 5-game winning streak. I think Portland lost their 5th in a row and LAFC won their 4th game in a row. Any thoughts on this weekend's play in the MLS?
It continues to be the dog days. It's a long season, early days yet. I'll wait till the dog days of summer to see what actually turns out. MLS season is long calendar year wise. Yeah. You know, and because, you know, when other teams are on break, MLS is still playing, especially in the summer days. Yeah. You know, so we'll see especially what they have to offer then. Yeah. I think these are early days yet, and the sides them roll up, but we'll see depth when it comes to summer when the injuries start piling up.
And Gold Cup.
And the Gold Cup matchup. Yeah. Come on, your big takeaways from this week, MLS outcomes, MLS games.
It was a mixed bag for me. For some teams who weren't doing well, like New England, you know, Atlanta beating them 2-0 was expected. But the Minnesota and New York City game was really intriguing. It was a 3-3 tie at the end of the game. So that was good. Seattle is continuing to play really good football, and that's just mind-boggling because Seattle is not even good. Thank God DC United beat Colorado. Now we're seeing that Tim Howard really needs to retire. I mean, some goals that were scored on him was just ridiculous. So he's showing his age in goal. Zlatan, he's scoring, you know, he's playing well. And, you know, so LAFC and LA Galaxy, they're both doing well. The two LA teams doing great.
And football lovers, check out that goal by Ezekiel Barco. We beat him bad on the show when he doesn't deliver, and he hasn't delivered anything, but he delivered an exceptional goal this week against England Revolution. That was a fantastic goal. And come on. Let Tim Howard
continue to collect his check, man. What kind of bad mind thing that?
Collect his retirement check. I mean, come on. Another big news in football in the Americas that took place this week is the CONCACAF Gold Cup draw. Quick thoughts, Jamaica's outlook in this tournament.
Soup.
and these games, the first round matchups for the Jamaica's in Group C. First round matchups will be played in Kingston. I mean, do we envision that Jamaica should...
Listen, if Jamaica don't go through, Tapa, as a Montagonian, I made up a record for them. Fire you.
All right. Let's hear it here first.
You guys are... We'll talk about it later.
Will crazy?
Yeah, you guys are crazy, man.
Your thoughts on it?
You guys are crazy.
I am crazy.
You just got right off the field in El Salvador.
That's in El Salvador. They are Jamaica now.
El Salvador will be in Jamaica
now. How many people? We should ask how many people are going to buy tickets to go to these games. That's the question we should ask first of all.
We're not for buy tickets. How much people going to be in the stands? Jump fence can go on, so you know.
Come on, your thoughts on this group draw in Jamaica and Pras, and we'll get more into the Gold Cup as the tournament gets closer. But your thoughts on the early readout on this draw for Jamaica?
As Junior says, soup. It should be easy. You know how Jamaica tried to make things hard. We should be able to beat Curacao, hopefully beat Curacao, and hopefully beat Honduras. So I am expecting a next semifinal, at least semifinals for Jamaica.
And for football lovers out there, Curacao did top the top of the CONCACAF Nations League, and so I don't know if we're gonna really beat Curacao.
Certainly.
Now to segue to our power ranking and wrap the show up to our power ranking. In the 10th position, LAFC continue to run. They're leading the 4 games in the MLS. In the 9th position, we have Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich won today and now back atop of the Bundesliga. 8th position is PSG. PSG is just trying to run out, and win the little trophy that they will get in League One. Porto is in the 7th position. They get ready for Liverpool and Iker Casillas and company. They're ready. In the 6th position, we have Spurs. Spurs travel to Manchester City in the Champions League, and they will stay close to Manchester so they can get ready for the next round of matchups in the EPL. In the 5th position, Juventus. Juventus lost this week to Sapoli. Should have locked up the Serie A championship, but they lost. So they get ready for Ajax in the Champions League. In the 4th position, we have Ajax. Ajax ready. You know, Fran de Jong said he wants Cristiano Ronaldo to play. In the 3rd position, we have Manchester City. Manchester City running in for 4 trophies. Let's see if they can do it. 2nd position, Barcelona. Barcelona is ready for Manchester United, even after small and Tom the man and fierce. And in the number 1 position, the hottest team probably on continent Europe.
Sing, come on, sing.
Liverpool.
Sing, come on, sing.
Playing some serious football. Ball Chat followers, link us on social media, Ball Chat 1 on Twitter, Ball Chat Podcast on Instagram, Ball Chat on YouTube, Ball Chat Podcast on YouTube. Subscribe and share Ball Chat Podcast on our Mixcloud platform. Brethren, champion football is back again this week. Barca, beat a little idiot side.
We will see.
We're out.
We will see. Look over.
All right, bless you.
Yeah.